Hey guys, this episode we're showing off some more of my collection. I do have a special guest. I'll introduce him right after this.
I'm Joe.
Not yet. Joe.
It's too late. I'm Joe. Hey. I came in here. You got a lot of stuff. It's pretty cool. I'm just wondering if you put like your favorite records underneath fajita.
None of those are Vegeta. It's Goku. So we have a special guest on the show. This is my friend JBoover.
Hi, I'm Joe.
One of my longtime friends. We met in New York, and he's visiting LA right now. So we spent the past couple days together, and I thought, hey, let's get him in a video because he's ridiculous.
Fuck you. Sorry, I can't say fuck.
You can say it. I just
fuck you. This isn't TV?
No.
I don't know. I just feel like I've been lied to.
Well, no, you gotta. Yeah.
So my name is Joe. This is my friend Matt. I met him swiping left on the Tinder, and we're good friends now. Didn't really work out, but you know, is this a Pikachu?
You got a huge thing in your tooth back here. It's like massive.
It's my smile.
Oh, this is awesome. So this is City in Color, Little Hell. This is probably their second best album. If you don't know City in Color, it is... Have you heard of Alex is on Fire?
No.
Or I guess, is it Alexis on Fire or Alice is on Fire? One of the two. Dallas Green, this is his folky side project. Are you familiar with them?
Yeah, no, I've heard some songs. Like, I played one of their songs as a street performer. The
Really?
Girl song.
Which one?
And it's pretty popular. I wish I could do better by you.
This one's like this really cool... orangey.
Oh, that is cool. Looks like you made that out of like human skin.
Certainly did not. Pink. Bubblegum.
Yeah, it's like a gum. It would be cool if they made a record that was actually made out of gum, so you could eat it and then never play it again. But it would be gum when you want it to be gum.
Honestly, records are getting so weird with how people are like making weird things turn into
it would
like
be
specialty
vintage
records. I could see that being a thing.
Do you think it would be possible to turn candy into a usable record that someone ultimately could eat but probably shouldn't, like a piggy bank?
In theory, yeah. I mean, if you put the grooves and you yeah, I mean, it's probably possible.
We could probably make a lot of money by making candy records.
I don't think we make any money.
I bet you people would buy it.
Do you guys think candy records are a good idea? Leave in the...
I honestly think they are. I think, well, I mean, it's like a gimmick that's not been done. And it's like the temptation in art. It's like, this is a beautiful thing.
It's like the forbidden fruit.
It absolutely is the forbidden fruit. I get it. So you keep your favorite records underneath fajita?
This is an album, Brooklyn Brothers. I got this only because it was $1 at Amoeba, and usually their dollar section has very generic, 60s, 70s beat up records, and this was a modern record. It's from 2012, and there was a movie that these guys, or this soundtrack was in. It's a really fun album. I recommend giving it a shot. It's poppy. It's super catchy. And it was $1, and it's in perfect condition. It's a gatefold. Gatefold's actually pretty cool. It's one of those picks you just kind of find at the store, and you go home and you end up really liking it. So that's part of the fun of vinyl for me, too, is just going and taking a chance on something and then discovering something you love.
Would you eat it if it was made of candy?
Yes. That's
kind of a good way to like judge if you really liked it. From the rest of this video on, can you tell us if you would eat it if it was candy at the end of the review?
Yes.
This one looks like it has some limes or edamame. It's like edamame.
Yeah, this is an amazing album. This is Animal Collective, Merriweather, Post Pavilion. This is considered to be, by a lot of people, their best album. It's definitely what propelled them into fame. If you don't know Animal Collective, you might have heard of them as that kind of weird, psychedelic, trippy, druggy indie band, but it's really not. They're absolute geniuses when it comes to psychedelic pop. And are you a fan of Animal Collective?
I've listened to their music, and I don't know them very well, but I have good impressions of them.
The cool thing about this record is that it's an optical illusion of sorts. If you keep staring at it, they all kind of seem like they're moving or twisting. It's very, very trippy. I think it's more effective when you look at a picture of it online versus the actual cover, though. What do you think?
Oh, no, it's pretty cool.
I don't actually think I've ever looked at this gatefold. This gatefold's crazy. This is beautiful.
It's underwater. It's like a scuba diver.
Yeah, this is a great album to start for them. It's definitely their most accessible and catchy, I think. And I highly recommend it. So if you don't know this album, check it out.
This is hurting my eyes. I just keep looking at the lima beans. Before I go on, would you eat it?
Would I eat Merriweather Post-Pavilion? I feel like that's the kind of candy that might have some side effects, you know?
Yeah.
So I don't know if I'm ready to...
I think it would taste like lima beans.
Like if you have nothing else to do for that day and you're into lima beans, maybe eat the candy and...
Would it be lima bean flavored candy? Wait, lima beans don't even look like that.
Well, they look like limes, and they also kind of look like edamame beans.
So you just mixed the words together?
I just took the words and
made another word that's like a totally different
bean.
thing?
Lyme disease.
Oh, yeah.
What do we got here?
Yeah, this is Explosion in the Sky. All of a sudden, I miss everyone. This is a post-rock band. This is nice, hefty. I forgot how hefty this jacket is. This is a post-rock band. This is one of their best albums. If you don't know what post-rock is, it's sweeping instrumental rock with lots of heavy drums, and there's lots of peaks and valleys and great guitar work. These guys are particularly impressive with their guitar work. They paint pictures with just guitar lines and very introspective. I would have liked to have seen them at FYF Fest recently, but they were playing the same time as Kendrick Lamar, so that was BS to set them up like that.
Did they paint this with a guitar?
That's
what I thought you said. You said they paint because it's a painting.
Oh, I meant like theoretical pictures.
Yeah,
like,
I mean you have to specify that.
You're right. I apologize.
They may have, and it's possible that maybe they did paint this with a guitar. Like they had a guitar with a few bristles. And
only because I don't know the origin of this specific picture, they might have painted.
Let's just assume that they
Chaos theory. Anything's possible.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Yeah, but this is a great album. This is a great one to start with for them too. So if you don't know them and you want to get into post rock, this is definitely one of the cornerstone albums, I think.
Would you eat it? Would you eat it?
I don't think I'd eat this one. Explosions in the Sky. I feel like it'd be like Pop Rocks.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Pop Rocks freak me out.
All right. Well, if you can't handle it. Oh, man. That's insane. Look at all those instruments. It's a wild little fiesta they're having right there.
So this is Bob Dylan and the band. They collaborated on something called the Basement Tapes. And this is it's hard to get this album in great condition in terms of the audio quality of it. So the vinyl isn't particularly impressive in comparison to the CD. It's just the tapes, they were recorded in mediocre quality to begin with. But the Basement Tapes is a really cool collaboration between Bob Dylan and the band. And I'm a huge Bob Dylan fan. So I found this for $16 at a record store, and I didn't have it, and I thought that was a pretty good price for it because online it tends to go for a little more. But yeah, if you like Dylan, this is fairly essential despite the quality of the recording.
The photography on here is super interesting.
Yeah, it's definitely unique.
It's like there's a lot to see.
There's a lot going on, and I would like to be in that room when this was happening. Like I bet this was a fun day.
Yeah, I'm wondering. It seems like some of it must have been a bit choreographed, but I mean, how do you get all these eccentric people in one room? And
I don't know. There's a
basement
dog.
tapes. It's a lot of. There's a strong man who's strangling himself. I wonder what happened to him after. Is he still alive? Would you eat it?
I would not eat the Basement Tapes. No, this is probably old. And I don't think no, I'm going to pass on that.
It's not good anymore.
No.
Well, it's still good, but just not for eating.
Nice. Good pick.
Thank you.
Good pick, bro. This is the Olivia Tremor Control, music from the Unrealized film script Dusk at Cubist Castle. This is super cool. This is part of the Elephant Six Collective, which is a group of musicians who include Beulah of Montreal, Olivia Tremor Control, Apples in Stereo, Neutral Milk Hotel, and they all work together to make some really good music in the 90s and early 2000s. And this is a super trippy album. Tracks 12 through 21 are all a saga called Green Typewriters that's really out of this world. And the art is just really fun. This is a really good, it's just psychedelic pop, psychedelic rock. And
this sounds really cool. Actually, I want to listen to this now because
this is really cool.
On that definition,
and I love the spine. It's all like rainbowy, and I can. This is one of the ones I can spot from across the room. I know exactly what it is. They have versions of this on limited colored vinyl. I do not own it. I own the plain black. So one day I will upgrade, but for now it's just classic. But yeah, Olivia Tremor Control. They only have, I believe, 2 full actual albums, and this is the first, and it's awesome. So definitely recommend if you're into any of those other bands I mentioned and you don't know Olivia Tremor Control, I think you'll love them.
Probably going to listen to it, and I'll let you know after I do whether or not I would bite the record if it were candy.
I would eat this record if it were candy.
Really?
Sure. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Well, you mean you'd lose the record after eating it? That's what I mean. Like.
Oh, you didn't specify that.
Yeah, that's why I was like, that's why it's kind of an intense question. Because I'm saying, did you like it enough that you would want to keep it? Or is it like, I liked it, but I'm going to eat it because it's candy? Isn't that kind of cool? Like,
that changes everything.
Next time.
I wouldn't eat any of my records then.
You'd probably eat some of them.
Yeah, maybe like one or two.
Yeah, if it was good candy.
What kind of candy?
I'm saying like bubble gum. We're not even bubble gum.
So then in theory you can just chew it and then reform it into a record.
If you have that kind of skill. It's not easy to do. Can you turn a piece of chewed up bubblegum into a record right now? That would take a lot of skill. I wonder if we can make a record just by carving bubblegum and just see what it sounds like. Maybe it's by monkeys at a typewriter. It'll be like Frank Sinatra. Sorry about him. So thank you guys for tuning in. My name is JBoover. I'm taking over the channel, and this is my kid brother Matt, who's been holding it down as best he can. Thanks for tuning in. I noticed like most of your best records were kind of placed conveniently underneath. Conveniently placed underneath vagina over here, which I think is pretty cool.
Goku! As always, if you like this video, or if you like this watch,
lights up. Got it at CVS. $10.
Give it a comment, like, subscribe, and there's a lot more where that came from, so look forward to it. Joe, thanks for coming on. Appreciate it. Appreciate you. We have new videos every when?
This day. But actually, I did want to say, I noticed that all of your best records were convenient.